being a CEO now, and you talked a bit about how many roles you've kind of jumped around to, but I want to understand a bit about your experience as a CCO and how that kind of experience in the communications area, how does that integrate into how you make decisions now as a CEO, like the old you CCO to future CEO you? Like, what influence do you think that experience has on your current role?
Yeah. There's definitely a habitual reflection on reputational impact that now starts at the beginning for me that's built in. And I think it helps in the examples of, when something goes wrong as a brand, maybe on the topic of inclusivity or diversity. That's not a new topic for people that have worked in reputation, communications, corporate affairs. And so it's definitely helpful to have
Yeah.
so many miles on my tires of really crazy reputational things that I've managed through. The Fukushima nuclear meltdown, where people were literally dying, where GE designed all 6 boiling water reactors and built 3 of them. I ran that crisis operations center for GE many years ago, to the Russia-Ukraine war, where Heineken was exiting their business in Russia, and there were many complications, including my personal communications were getting leaked outside the company, and my photo was getting leaked into the media with all these really tricky accusations at a time when we were genuinely trying to get out of the country, but the government wouldn't approve for 18 months, which is really tricky. To, more day-to-day things that can go wrong. For us, what does it mean in real life? I think one of very practical examples is that for Kimchi Chic, we use humor a lot, and we have funny names to our products. And sometimes we go to the line, and I think sometimes we might go over the line in terms of what we're doing some of these products. And so we can have discussions much earlier in the process when we're in product development review about where that line is. And if there are young people in the brand and we make a sort of sexual innuendo, is it appropriate? Et cetera. So hopefully that line of thinking, because it's like breathing to me to ask the question,
Yeah.
how do we think about this? That will help us as we get down the pike, either to stand by our decisions and explain ourselves and say, this is why we thought it was okay. And we still could make a mistake and say, we thought it was okay, and we realize now it's not okay, and we fix it. But at least to have it embedded into the thought process earlier. And just like with storytelling or public speaking, where the more times you do it, the more refined your skill is. I think the more you embed thoughts of reputation, also engaging your employees, bringing your employees on, co-creation, the more you embed that just as part of your way of working, then hopefully fewer bumps in the road on those dimensions as you launch things or get to the marketplace.
For sure. And something that really resonates with me, something that I feel very strongly about in my role as an internal communicator, is that being the voice of the employees. And actually, if there's a message that's coming from leadership, thinking about how people might interpret that, or how people are feeling when that message is being delivered to them, that, we really advocate for employees. So it's, and customers, I guess, in the CEO kind of arena. So it's that you've got that kind of almost level of empathy and understanding, and bringing that into these really big decisions, which I think is incredible.
Absolutely. And really just getting up on your feet and going and talking with folks and listening very deeply to what they're saying, what they're not saying is always interesting.
Yeah.
I remember when we were working on the Russia exit at Heineken, things were moving so quickly, and the media was chaotic. As much as you try to plan things, you're also reacting to things that you didn't expect. And hopefully, because we built a culture where people felt safe, I remember one morning I was in central Amsterdam and I was working on something, responding to the press, and someone popped into my office, actually a woman named Lotta, similar to your name. And she said, hey, I just wanted to mention that we really need to give all employees talking points that they can use with their families, because I'm getting asked and I don't know what to say. And I thought, such a good one. Thank you so much. And then we were able to kind of pivot. So as much as you can create that psychological safety, as Google said all those years ago, then all of a sudden it's also not on your back as a leader. It's all of us thinking in service of our customers, our community, whatever it is, to try to do the best job that we can. Yeah.
Agreed. And to your point earlier about coming at things with a big open heart, I think that's a very kind of key, sort of personality trait that leaders need to have. So wraps that one up nicely there.
Hey, if you're getting value from today's conversation, make sure you subscribe right now so you don't miss any future episodes of the Aspire to Inspire podcast.